the FDA only bans 11 things from being put into products. Like, it's so patchy, but like, it's growing, okay? Drink your collagen, folks. That's good. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. So today is Saturday morning and I'm going to be showing you guys what I eat in a day. So I've already kind of prepped my coffee. I'll show you what I use and everything, but I'm actually going to try to make iced coffee. So I had to stick that coffee that I made in the freezer for a little bit to cool it down. So I'm gonna go fix that and then make some breakfast. I'm still kind of struggling to find breakfast foods that don't irritate me. So today I think I'm just gonna have a protein shake and maybe like a little hash brown scramble. But then today overall, we are actually about to move in a couple of weeks. So there's some things around the house that I'm gonna try to get done, but I'm gonna be showing you what I eat. So I'm gonna start out with some breakfast. Okay, so I put my coffee in the freezer for like 20 minutes, maybe like 25 minutes. And I don't know if I've showed you guys in a video what kind of coffee I use, but I use Purity coffee. I started looking into healthier options of coffee once I started having all these like health issues. And I actually didn't know this. Coffee can have a lot of different toxins and they're actually really prone to mold growth if they're not like roasted properly and harvested properly. So Purity coffee has like a very specific way that they roast their coffee beans to make sure that no toxins are created. And then they also do a lot of different lab testings for making sure that there's no like mold growth or anything like that. They're also organic, and I didn't realize this either, but only 3% of the world's coffee is organic, which is crazy. So this is just a really solid brand and I really like it and it tastes really good. And then yesterday I used honey, and normally I use honey with my iced coffee, but it was just like a little different. So today I'm gonna try putting in some cane sugar, organic cane sugar. And there's a lot of different types of sugars and alternative sugars that can be a lot better for you than like regular white like table sugar. So cane sugar is like, in my opinion, tastes the most similar to actual sugar. It's just a lot less processed than regular sugar. So I have this one, and then I also have organic coconut sugar, and coconut sugar doesn't spike your blood sugar as quickly as other sugars can. So that's also a good option. And then honey is also a great alternative. And then for oat milk, I actually switched over to oat milk 3 or 4 years ago. And so my favorite right now is the Planet Oat vanilla oat milk. So if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I have been kind of on a health journey recently, and I had to start restricting a lot of different things out of my diet, and I've been able to loosen up a little bit with that. I still am dairy-free, gluten-free, egg-free for the most part. I've had eggs like twice. I haven't had them a ton, but for the most part, I don't eat eggs. But like as I've gone through this process and this journey, I've done like a lot of research and listened to a lot of different podcasts. And obviously I've tried to research a lot into your food and choosing better options for your food and things that nourish your body. And so one of the things that I've been actually looking into more is inflammatory oils. And oils actually showed up a lot, and I didn't know that vegetable oils are very inflammatory. So I started to look at different like oat milks, like clean oat milks, pure oat milks. And one of the biggest things that like dietitians and nutritionists look for when rating an oat milk as like clean was if they had a bunch of like fillers, if they had any vegetable oils or like gums or phosphates and stuff. So Planet Oat is not organic, but they don't have any sunflower oil, safflower oil, vegetable oil, canola oil. Those were like the main oils that I saw consistently over and over that were considered inflammatory. But not every version of Planet Oat doesn't have oils. So like the vanilla Planet Oat does not have any like sunflower oil, vegetable oil, anything like that, and neither does the original. But I think like the extra creamy and some of their other flavors do have oils. And then another tip is like any oat milk that says it's like a barista blend or it's specifically made for coffee, because they're trying to make it creamier and thicker for your coffee, they tend to add more fillers and more of those oils to make it like thick and creamy. So if you can, you know, you try to stick to kind of like some basics and not necessarily the ones that say like barista blend or something like that. There's a couple different brands that are organic, and like I wish the Planet Oat was organic, because then it would be like my top favorite, because it doesn't have any of those inflammatory oils in it, but it's not technically organic. So if you are kind of starting a health journey or you're on one and you're trying to kind of figure it out, my situation was a little bit different where I had to like jump in head first and just like, I just like had to cut out gluten, dairy, and eggs like immediately and kind of figure it out. So if you are someone who you're kind of doing this on your own and you're just kind of looking into a better lifestyle or a healthier lifestyle and you just kind of want to start somewhere, I would say like my tip number one for that would be like start with something like your coffee, or maybe it's like a breakfast item or your lunch, and pick kind of like one whole item of your diet to adjust and like find a healthier alternative. So for me, I did this years ago and I started with coffee. So that's when I first started using like the Planet oat milk, and I started using honey instead of sugar, or like that coffee mate creamer is what I used to have all the time. My coffee was the first thing I swapped out, and I just tried to figure out a healthier version of it that I really enjoyed. And it does take some time, and it's going to take some trial and error, because I think I probably tried out about 3 different oat milks until I found this one. But if that even seems like maybe it's too much, or you don't want to like swap out a full item, I would say tip number 2 is you could go the route of cutting out certain ingredients. Just like I said with inflammatory oils, that has been kind of like my next step of something to just like pay attention to and just watch out for. So you can definitely do that, where you start with like one ingredient, or you start with going organic and you kind of start there with like, I'm just going to start eating organic vegetables or organic fruit, and you kind of focus on just like one aspect of your diet. Another good option would be to look into eating cleaner meats that have no added hormones and they were raised with no antibiotics. So cleaner meats is also a good option if you wanted to start small and start with just like one area of your diet. So those are my first 2 tips with like, if you are starting small, I would say that's probably a great place to start. And I'm going to go ahead and put my coffee together now that I've been talking. That's good. Okay, got my coffee, got my hash browns. So in the past, I've done like a hash brown scramble where I've added eggs to this, which is also really good. But again, I'm still kind of egg free right now, so I decided I would just do like onions and hash browns. So I'm going to just go ahead and eat this, drink my coffee, and then I'll get started with my day after that. All right, I finished up breakfast, so I'm actually gonna go take a couple supplements. So that is another thing that I would like to mention, is if you are starting a health journey or you're having any type of issues with your health, it can be really overwhelming. So I definitely get that, and I've been there. But I think something that is helpful to remember is that your body was created with natural detox pathways and organs that help you detox naturally. So I feel like whenever I get overwhelmed of like, I need to do all the things right now, I need to eat organic and I need to cut off sugar, I need to do this and this and this and take vitamins or whatever, just remember that your body is made to do this. It is made to eliminate the bad stuff in our diet that might come up through the pesticides and toxins in candles, and like there are toxins all over the place and things that might be harming our bodies, but our bodies were built and God created our bodies with these detox pathways already in us. And so our body knows what to do. And I think something really important as like a good place to start is taking some supplements. So taking kidney supports, liver, taking those kinds of supplements can help your body that's already trying to do the work. Drinking a lot of water helps flush out toxins too. So there are some really basic, simple steps like that that help your body detox, and you don't have to do too much. Now, another thing with that is if you are eating like total crap, a couple supplements isn't gonna cut it. Like, you're gonna have to still give yourself good stuff. You can't eat a bunch of ice cream, take a couple like kidney supports and like some supplements and like call it a day. Like, it goes hand in hand, so it will be an overall lifestyle change. But as far as not getting overwhelmed, I think I would just encourage you to remember that like your body is doing its best, but it's just really important for us to support our bodies in that way. So for me, my naturopath found that I have all those heavy metals in my system. So for me, we are supporting my kidneys because kidneys help detox heavy metals. And then I also take a heavy metal detox as well. So they go hand in hand because you're trying to get rid of those toxins, but you also need your kidneys to be functioning really well to do that. So I'm gonna go take my kidney supplements and then maybe head to Home Depot after that. Okay, change of plans. I think I'm just gonna start sanding some of this coffee table. So I think I'm gonna do that while it's probably not that cool this morning, but I'm gonna start on this little DIY project and then it'll be time for lunch in like a couple hours. Okay. Y'all, I am dripping sweat. It is toasty out there today. But good news is I'm almost done. But I'm dripping sweat, so I'm gonna get some water. It's a look. Oh, you know what? Talking about, okay, I know my hair is crazy, but I've been meaning to talk to you guys about this and share my experience with, I know I've talked about my supplements kind of a little bit, but the first thing I noticed with me like feeling better or looking better was actually my hair growth. So I have been taking collagen every single day since February, I think. So it's been about 5 months where I've taken that Vital Proteins collagen every single day, very consistently. And y'all, my fur, like all these little hairs were never here. Like all of these little hairs right here, even like some of this, like these guys right here, like none of this used to be here, like none of it. So that makes me super happy because I have talked about how I experienced hair loss last year in 2020 and it is starting to grow back. So that's super exciting. Like, obviously like it's so patchy, but like it's growing, okay? It's coming back, which I'm like so happy about and thankful for that. So yeah, that's super exciting. Drink your collagen, folks. Typical me, I was so hot outside, and then once I like am inside and things start to settle, I get cold again. So whipping out the cardigan. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start making lunch. For lunch today, I think I've already made this once on my channel, but it's one of my favorite lunches. It's my like chickpea salad. So all you need for this is a can of chickpeas, and then you need mayonnaise, whether it's a vegan mayonnaise or regular mayonnaise, and then Dijon mustard, onion, and celery. And then I love putting dill seasoning on it, and then salt and pepper. So I'm gonna go ahead and start making this. You have to boil these first for like 20 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these on the oven and get those going. And then for dinner tonight, I'm going to be making like pot roast with carrots and potatoes and everything. So I'm gonna make it in the crock pot though. So I'm gonna go ahead and also get dinner started while also making lunch. I finished putting like the roast together in the crock pot, and it timed out perfectly. So right when I was finished with this, the 20 minutes was up for the chickpeas. So they're done boiling, and I drained them, rinsed them off. And so I'm going to finish up that and chop up the celery and the onion, and then mash the chickpeas, and then mix it all together with the Dijon mustard and mayonnaise and all the seasonings, and then I'll be done. Lunch is served. My third tip, I think, of the day is if you are changing your diet and you are kind of trying to switch things up, I would say another good easy tip is stick with things that you already like, even if it's like flavors or types of food, seasonings, spices, that kind of thing. So for me, like this recipe right here, I love Dijon mustard, I love dill seasoning, and that combo is like so yummy to me. I love like anything tangy. I love mustard, I love pickles, I love stuff like that. When you're trying to think of recipes to try or like eat a little bit healthier or whatever, you don't have to just like start eating a bunch of stuff that you don't enjoy. Like try to find recipes that already include ingredients that you like, and I feel like it makes the transition 10 times easier. So I'd say that's my next tip of like how to convert to like eating healthy in easy baby steps. All right, I am still kind of hungry, so I'm gonna have my protein shake that I normally have in the morning, but I'm gonna go ahead and have that, and then I need to take some of my supplements to take with lunch, so I'll show you kind of what I take. And as I'm sure you've seen in my other videos, I use my tried and true, my Arbonne. Real quick, I don't think I've ever really explained why I love Arbonne so much. The FDA only bans 11 things from being put into products. In Europe, I think European guidelines ban about 1,400, and then Arbonne bans about 2,000 ingredients, I think, from being used in any of their products. And they have a whole product range from makeup, skincare, and then like nutrition. So that is why I love Arbonne. Okay, so I already took my kidney supplements to help them as I'm detoxing. So I already took those for the day. I just take 2 of these. And then I'm supposed to take 6 of these metal detoxes, the heavy metal detox. And then I just do 1 multivitamin, and then I do 2 of these Pure Defense capsules. And these are for like upper respiratory health since I've been having trouble with asthma. And then this, so these are all the ones I'm about to take right now. And then later in the day, I'll still take my Vital Proteins collagen. And then the SBI Protect powder. This is my gut powder supplement. So this just helps to like repair your gut. And then this is the GI detox. So this is a gut detox, and you just take 1 of these at night. So that's kind of everything I take. Okay, so Ryan and I are actually going to go drive by the place that we're moving to in a couple of weeks. It's actually in the process of being built, but it's almost finished. So we're gonna go do that. And then once we get back, I will make like the gravy and some rice for our roast beef and all that. And then we'll eat dinner, and then I think Ryan and I are gonna rent like a movie tonight. And I bought some cookies that I'm gonna show you guys, some of my favorites. So we're gonna go look at the apartment now, and then come back and eat dinner and do dessert and hang out. Nice. It's real cute. I love all the like appliances and stuff. I like the marble and stuff. And you got like a cute light gray tile backsplash. I like it. Yeah, this is gonna be a tight squeeze for the couch. Like the living room is gonna be.
We could put the tables here and have a little high top.
Oh, pantry. Is this pantry?
Yeah, the pantry's nice. There's a lot of
nice
space.
Bathroom. It's got really nice like high ceilings.
Yeah, no, this is
it would be a squeeze, I think, but it'd be like a tight squeeze with the couch, coffee table, and then the TV stand.
well, we could do.
But I like the kitchen. I love the kitchen.
You can sell the couch.
This is my domain. This is my area. This color scheme is my vibe though. Gold hardware, gray, marble white, very basic. I love it. Okay, we are back home and the roast and everything is ready. I'm going to make some rice to put over it, and then I also have to make the gravy, but then it'll be ready. Okay, so I have the gravy and rice cooking, so that'll be done in like 11 minutes. So my tip number 4 for transitioning into a little bit healthier of a lifestyle, just to make it easier, kind of goes along with like what I said for lunch of like sticking 2 different flavors that you like. But for this, I would say sticking to types of cooking and like the ways you cook, aka crock pots, instant pots. Another thing that I love are just like sheet bakes, like sheet pan bakes, like when I do a veggie bake, or like chicken fajitas where it's just a 1 pan in the oven, really simple, with like chicken or some type of protein and a bunch of vegetables. So I would say like that's another thing. Like still stick with what you know, stick with the flavors you like, stick with the types of cooking that you like, and just find the recipes that kind of fit that style. And I will link all these recipes below. So I'll link this pot roast, and then my chickpea salad I'll also link. But yeah, I would say that that's like tip number 4, is to just stick with like the methods of cooking that you enjoy, the ones that you're good at, the ones you like. And in the name of balance, eat some cookie dough while you wait for your dinner. So for movie night, I'm gonna make these cookies tonight. I've actually never had them, but the cookie dough is good. So I'm gonna make these tonight and try them out. I'll let you know how they are. All right guys, so like I said, we are going to watch a movie, so I'm going to make these Sweet Loren's cookies. Another cookie option I wanted to show you guys is from Enjoy Life. These were actually the first cookie that I found, and they were so good. So these are my favorite. I have bought plenty of boxes of these. And they are free of like the top 8 allergens. And that leads me to my final tip of the day, is I think it makes the transition a lot easier if you can find alternatives to your favorite snacks or your favorite desserts. Do your best to like still incorporate things that you like. I feel like not depriving yourself completely. Like if you can afford to like actually give yourself some sugar and it's okay for you, then I would definitely say to like still incorporate some of those favorite things of yours, because I know I have been there when I was not allowed to eat stuff like this and I wasn't eating any sugar, and it's definitely like kind of sad, and it's like you wish you had a treat or something to look forward to. So I would say if you're allowed to, then I would definitely recommend like still keeping some of those sweet things that you like, or chips or snacks that are like your go-tos, because that's gonna help a lot when you want to cave or you want to eat stuff that you used to. Having a better version of the same thing, I think, helps a lot. Morning guys, it is the next morning, but I know I didn't end this video. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you either got some recipe ideas or food ideas or even ingredient ideas, and maybe how to swap out some of your foods for healthier options or healthier alternatives. I know that sometimes it can be pretty tricky and really confusing if you're having to change your diet for any reason, so I hope that maybe this helped a little bit. Another video that I really want to do is how to transition your diet quickly. If you had to do something like I did earlier, where a doctor or someone tells you like you need to cut out dairy, gluten, eggs, sugar, like whole foods diet, drop everything and like focus on your diet. I would love to do a video that might help others try and figure out how to do that, and giving my recommendations for like my favorite recipes, my favorite brands, snacks, condiments, like you name it. But I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.